Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally good to be back. It's me, your host, Benny, with the 2Count podcast. We got
Jerry,
Pecan,
Zach,
Alvin,
and a new suspect in the house.
Sam Band.
We got Jordan, the old podcaster, here in the audience. He's just going to be here in attendance. We're glad to be back. We're glad to be at this. Hopefully 2019 we pick it up full speed ahead. Been a long time coming. We went on hiatus.
It was a 2-year hiatus. It was a 2-year hiatus, but I decided we need to bring this back. We need to bring this thing.
has it been 2 years?
Yes,
I really think it has.
I think it's actually been longer. I think our last event was in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, it's been too long, y'all.
3 years.
So we've had a lot of life changes, and but we're finally back together again. We got the whole squad here and some new additions. So
Yeah, Jordan, he just said right now, sorry to cut you off, he signaled 3 years it's been.
Holy
yeah,
Jesus.
that sounds about right. Yeah, it's 2016.
So what are we here for today, guys?
So, look,
What are we here for?
let's just go ahead and start it. Last night, NXT was just mind-blasting. So, what I want to say real quick is, Ray Rowe, I know you're never going to listen to this, but it was badass to see you on a big stage like that after watching you in Comicpalooza 2012 and seeing him become an NXT champion.
Yeah, trained here out of Tugboat in Houston, right?
Yeah, I believe so. No, yeah, he did.
He's here out of Houston, definitely. Yeah. He's from Katy area, I believe.
Yes.
So we are here for the fucking Royal Rumble. It has been goddamn too long for the fucking podcast, man. So we got to get into it, man. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot that we might have to cut out, but there's a lot that we know that we have to talk about.
Alright, so we're just going to get straight to the match card. Who's got a match card?
All
We got a
right.
match card.
You think we have that ready?
Well, we kick off. I know you got Ronda, Sasha. You got is
The
it
man
the
and
man
Oscar.
and
So let's
Oscar.
just go with this. How about we just we start off with the women's match?
Let's do it.
Okay. We have
Lots to
for
talk
the
about that.
Raw Women's title. We'll start off with that. Looks like we got Ronda Rousey versus Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks, after a series of events, she finally got her
Super flame
opportunity.
betrayals.
She got her opportunity for the title tonight. So Sasha versus Ronda. Now we won't go too much into speculations, but there are rumors out there saying that Ronda will be done by the time WrestleMania is over with.
Oh, wow.
So with that being said, in consideration, what do y'all feel is going to happen tonight?
I feel like Ronda's going to win so she can keep the title until WrestleMania. Because there's no point for her to lose it now and just have her sitting around for a
Yeah, I
couple
feel
months.
the same way.
So I'm going to say this. Just depending on who wins. If Ronda wins, Charlotte's winning the Rumble. There's my women's prediction, period. One period blank. Because they were supposed to do it last year, but it's going to happen this year. There's my women's Rumble match and women's match prediction.
So I think what we all see the dirt sheets. Dirt sheets can be full of shit,
Right.
or the truth. It's really, I think it's really opinionated and what people think is happening. The rumor is, and I call it a rumor. I don't know if it's true fact or not. Ronda signed to a 5-year deal. That's what she signed to a 5-year deal. But she's came out publicly and said she's changed her mind and wants to start having kids. So, it might be Mania. She hangs it up, but I think Sasha wins it tonight and walks away, and then that way you set up some nostalgia match like Stephanie McMahon and Ronda at WrestleMania, and then walk away.
I think Sasha's going to win it. I think it's going to be Bayley and Sasha at WrestleMania. That backstab that we've been wanting. And for Ronda, I think you ain't got to worry about her. Mortal Kombat 11's come out. News of her becoming Sonya Blade. I think that money's going
She'll be
to.
on tour.
What about Selena Vega? Is she going too?
Selena Vega's DLC, man. You got to wait for that.
Oh no!
So that's funny that you bring that up because I didn't really think of that.
I didn't even think that either.
Because
I
the
was
main
like,
thing when it comes to the women right now leading into WrestleMania, the only thing that you can really think about right now is Becky Lynch. But so thinking about that and how you said that you think that Sasha might actually win the match, I didn't think so before. And then all y'all are saying all this stuff about Ronda. That's like holy shit. So maybe Sasha does win this match. That sets up something with Bayley at least on that side, right? For a WrestleMania match would be fucking. I would love it. Everyone who knows me as a wrestling fan knows. Big fucking Sasha Banks fan. So on the other side, obviously, I think Charlotte's going to win the Rumble.
A lot of people would want Becky Lynch to win and go on to face Ronda, but I don't see that happening. I don't think she needs to be in the Rumble and win the Rumble just to face Ronda Rousey. I do feel like that is also another opportunity that they can go down. So have Sasha win and then move on with just a really good feud between Becky and Ronda at WrestleMania. And maybe that, I don't know.
Yeah, so morphing, like going into that, so that being said, how do you, Hakan, see Becky and Asuka going at it? Because that's who's facing for the SmackDown belt tonight.
Moving on to that, yeah, so the SmackDown Women's title is Becky Lynch versus Asuka. I mean, it's a toss-up. Like I said, there's so many things that they could do. They could have Becky win, and that keeps her on SmackDown, keeps her in storylines, but I think Asuka walks away with it because I think the plan is to get Becky to either to Raw or to fight Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
So
Like the man versus the baddest woman in the plan,
Something
right?
like
Right. Yeah.
So I think they could ride this out till.
The face.
I feel like they can ride this out till Mania because it doesn't matter. They're both great. Like this rivalry that happened on SmackDown was a beautiful accident. That's what it was. It was a beautiful accident that all of us just happened to love. Let's face it.
What was a beautiful accident?
Asuka versus Becky. Like that's just kind of like.
You thought they would never cross paths?
Not that they wouldn't cross paths, but the way they did.
So
Now they did.
Like, no, how they let Asuka get into this rivalry between
well,
Charlotte and Becky,
They didn't let
and then
her.
taking it over.
but
Taking it over, because we all know that because of this, I'm very heavy on the Charlotte-Ronda thing. I'm very heavy. That's why I'm saying that this
so what's
rivalry
more
can carry
important?
on.
So what's more important collectively? What do we want to see more? Do we want to see Charlotte versus Ronda, or do we want to see Becky versus Ronda?
Becky.
Okay,
Me
so
personally, it's Charlotte. 'Cause that's my girl.
You like them lopsided boobies?
Oh,
Yeah.
all the time. All the time.
I think the community has kind of pretty much made it known that rivalry they were having with Survivor Series around that time, that cross-brand rivalry with it just created something that they need to revisit.
Yeah.
So
I
ultimately, however we get there, that's how we need to get there. It's have Becky versus Ronda, whether it's for the title or not. I would like it to be for the title, so that would mean that Becky would have to either win the Rumble or somehow get a title shot, and Ronda would have to literally retain all the way to the
So
main.
that's what you want
Which
to
is
see.
possible.
Becky Ronda. I think.
Yeah,
Becky Ronda
Yeah.
is the match.
Yeah,
That's
that
the match
You
we
can't.
want.
You just.
You
there's
can't
no-
beat that.
Especially
Can't
with
beat-
social media,
can't
how they're going back and forth.
It has to be. Sasha is cool,
But Sam
you know,
made
but-
a point right here. I think without Nia, we don't have the push that Becky
Oh, of course.
got.
She definitely.
Yeah, because on, what was it?
What she got?
SmackDown?
On Raw or SmackDown.
Smash
where-
That
when
is
she
beautiful.
when she hit her in the
That's
nose and broke the
That
nose.
was a beautiful accident.
Yeah, that was a beautiful
That-
accident.
was
Yeah.
a critical point.
That
for her.
promo, this how it all, yes, you feel a small dosage of just something of the past, like just
We don't want to
Oh,
name any
like-
names, but there was definitely some era that we read.
yeah. There was an era I can't think of the name, but no, it was incredible to end the show, like the placement, the
grounds.
event, everything that happened. Because if it happened in the beginning, I don't think you get the same buzz. If it happened in the middle, not the same buzz.
Right.
See, yeah, that's why. Like me, I think Austin's gonna win it, and somehow Becky's gonna get into the women's rumble,
Right.
and it's gonna lead up to.
She can't be number 30.
We
For
know
whatever
that.
reason,
Hey,
they
but-
decided to do that crap.
It's a good thing you said that. It's a good thing you said that. Like, I personally don't think Carmelo or Truth, they're not gonna be number 30.
So you think they're gonna get beaten up?
One of the two is gonna get their ass handed
Yeah.
to them, and somebody's gonna
I
take
completely
30.
agree
So-
with that.
So I'm gonna say this. What's it called? If you're gonna go that route, like Becky loses, is all pissed off. Yeah, she's gonna beat the dog shit out of somebody, and it's gonna turn into a ladder match. It's gonna be the first women's ladder match for WrestleMania.
That would
If
be
you wanna go
awesome.
that route.
Have we gotten an Elimination Chamber women's match?
We're
Yes,
getting
we
one.
have.
We're getting one.
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
We're getting another one.
So that's also
A brief another women's elimination chamber match is gonna be for the first ever.
But it's a tag team
Tag
match.
It's gonna be a tag match.
It's
And it's in
a
Houston,
tag
Texas,
team.
Yeah, it is.
where the podcast,
So-
the 2Count podcast.
So
is
back
from.
back to it. So now y'all already got me thinking there could be two things that could happen. So Charlotte wins, that's the road A.
Yeah.
Becky
Scenario
wins, road
A.
B.
Scenario A.
So thanks
Scenario
guys,
A, scenario
y'all
B.
blasted my mind.
Well, at least we have some predictions there for the women.
All right.
I think we should go ahead and move on to the next important match, which would be we'll go ahead and go with the WWE title match.
Well, let's just brief. I know it's on the pre-show. I'm not 100% happy with Shinsuke
Okay.
is on the
it's actually
pre-show.
going on right now.
Yeah,
It's actually
versus
going on right now.
versus Rusev right now. They're both badass performers. They both Rusev built his own. I think Rusev came of his own from NXT. And, yeah, he's his own individual. Shinsuke. Yeah, Rusev now it's Rusev. Rusev is the best. Lana number one, right? I think Shinsuke takes it back. If he loses, I think he gets a push into like maybe an Intercontinental on Raw or something.
Now,
He moves.
I will say this, that, like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on speculations and stuff, but
I'd take Shinsuke.
I would want Shinsuke to win this, obviously. The fact that it's on a pre-show is very disappointing, but I understand that they have you got two big matches.
You got 2
long matches.
hour-long matches.
So I understand it, whatever. But there are rumors of him going back to New Japan. So
Really?
this could be, if he loses this could be a setup for that, y'all.
He's been a badass heel. No speaking English, low blow.
So, but let's go ahead and move on to. Do y'all want to move on to the WWE title match?
The tag belts or
Oh yeah. Oh, we have
yeah.
both tag belts?
Tag belts.
Well,
Well,
So
no,
the
the
tag-
tag belts just got defended for Raw. The Glorious Team versus
Okay.
Yes.
but
this
this match
one-
Authors of Pain and
Right.
Revival.
But the SmackDown one, it's an interesting tag team of Shane McMahon and The Miz.
Oh, yeah.
Versus
Don't
Waller.
like it at all.
It's
I
kind of
think-
weird. Miz is
And
a
I'm going to
baby
tell you
face.
who's going to win. It's going to be Miz and Shane.
Just for whatever
no, I thought you were
reason.
gonna say the bathroom breaks doing
No. They're going to win. It
Just
was
to kind of give over the gimmick.
Yes, it was when they announced that team. I told everybody on our message that that's the team that's going to win, and I'm already pissed.
So I mean, there's not much going on there. It's
Another
It is what it
predictable
is.
storyline.
sure, yeah. It's just one of those things that we're gonna have to go through. And honestly, that should have been on the pre-show. But knowing Shane McMahon, they'll
Tag
never
team
put
wrestling
Shane
is dead.
McMahon on the pre-show.
Right.
Tag team wrestling's dead, ladies and gentlemen. Listen.
WWE tag team
Yeah,
wrestling.
well,
Right.
the thing about wrestling, and it's about
Bring back the
revolving. It's
exception
just out with the old, in with the new. Like, I don't agree with the Triple H at Mania, Shane McMahon coming back and being in title pictures and best in the world tournaments. It just makes no sense. No one wants to see it. Like, the Bar is an amazing tag team. Sheamus and Cesaro, single wrestlers are good
Let
wrestlers.
me ask you this: why aren't they facing the Club right now?
Club are also asking for the releases. supposedly.
Yeah, I don't know if the Club came on to get a payday and WWE just grabbed them because they didn't want them to go anywhere else. Because when they did, they grabbed AJ, Shinsuke, and the Club. That all came in one big package.
AJ's the only one I feel has really, truly, successfully had a good run in WWE. And I'm sorry, but I just feel like when you look at Shinsuke overall, had a great NXT run, had a pretty good NXT run, had title runs, but there's something off.
They
There's
dropped
just
the ball creatively.
Yeah.
They dropped.
But do you think we saw that creative in Japan? Like, we didn't know.
We saw him. In Japan.
We saw him wrestle.
But we saw him personality too. Come
His
on.
personality came out in Japan.
Yeah.
I think that's what kind of
Like-
what gravitated when we saw Wrestle Kingdom 9.
Yeah.
That was when
right.
we're like, whoa,
J-
who
JR
is
said-
this guy?
JR
He was
JR
wearing
convinced
that
me of
brown,
that. He
like-
said
Yeah.
Shinsuke Nakamura is a combination between Michael Jackson and Freddie Mercury, and I was like, he's fucking right.
He was memorable. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We
He had,
saw
he
that,
had,
we
he
were
had
like,
grand,
holy
he had
shit,
grand entrances.
Yeah.
He had storytelling that he did in the ring. Like, listen, come on, guys. Like, there's just something that he hasn't done yet in WWE. So, but let's move on to the WWE title match: Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. Who we got? Who we got?
Man, that's
Who
tough.
wins this?
That's a
Touch
coin
it.
flip.
Like, cover what you believe.
All right, so it's a great storyline. I have to give it up to him. It's pretty good. You got Daniel Bryan in an interesting heel role with the whole. It's something he probably should have done a long time ago, but he really wants to be that top heel. AJ Styles still floating as a decent face. I actually see AJ winning this bet. I think he can. I think he'll come through, and I think he'll come through all the stuff that he kind of get over that Daniel Bryan hype. Do I feel like this will continue on? I do. But going on to WrestleMania and stuff like that. So.
Well, I think it absolutely can go to WrestleMania. Because, like, look, Who else on SmackDown is bigger than those two? If you really seriously think about that, who else?
They're already buried guys like Jinder. They've already, you know.
Well, no, they
So-
didn't bury Jinder at all. I feel like Jinder had the perfect run. Like, they needed to figure some things out, and then, all right, Jinder.
They're like, oh, it's the placeholder.
They really needed the India deal. That's why. All right, we got the India deal. So
That's
So,
true.
yeah,
That's true.
So who else do they got?
I'm
They
gonna-
got people. They just don't use them.
Like I said, they got people. They don't use
Bobby Roode.
on SmackDown. You silly? Bobby Roode's on Raw.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm just saying. Oh,
So-
well, I guess there's no one else.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say D-Bar wins because he's gonna cheat, and that's just what's gonna keep the rivalry going, and so on and so forth till WrestleMania. WrestleMania, they have another ladder match. It'll be all good.
right now, I'm undecided on that match. To me, it's a coin flip because
It is.
They
really,
both
that's
got.
all it is.
They both got two. They got a lot going for them, and like we really want to keep that Daniel Bryan heel, but we really want to keep a babyface AJ Styles too. But it's like they have to write this out to WrestleMania, so I think it's just gonna. It's a coin flip, but I'm leaning towards.
Don't forget, this
the
also
retain.
depends on who wins the Rumble.
So I was just literally thinking.
Oh,
I
I'm
was
sorry.
literally gonna say.
So that's why it's a.
What I was gonna say, we have to. I mean, we're not talking about the follow up. Is what whoever wins this match is. It's gonna be determined by. I mean, what's gonna happen afterwards, and
Yeah.
whoever the Rumble winner is, he has to. He's still gonna be a choice, right?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
whether which title it's gonna
Right.
be.
We don't even know
So
that.
what
But
is it?
Well,
So
no,
what
they-
is it? You know
so
what I mean?
the-
So Brock's probably
so-
still gonna win.
so-
Obviously,
right.
well, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but if we're talking about the Rumble winner and we're talking about the winners of the title matches, it all ties
Yeah,
in.
we gotta get.
You know what I mean?
So we gotta come back to this, and we'll talk about.
So
this
we're
again.
on the
It all-
match right now. So
But it all ties in. Is what
I want
I'm
to
saying.
sidetrack a little bit. So I was watching this video about, was it Monday Night Raw, and Brock Lesnar forgot the belt at home, and he had to use a replica belt.
Oh yeah.
And it looked so funny on TV.
Wow.
Really?
That was a clear
Yeah.
replica, man.
It was a clear replica.
like the gold.
wow,
It looked so
It was
funny.
plastic. You
wow.
could really
Like-
tell.
like a. Well,
The gold-
because
Like
I-
a $400 replica.
Yeah,
at the
I
sale.
have replicas and they look.
You got a
pretty
$600 replica.
Or,
Yeah, you got the more expensive one. No, this one is like
Plastic.
You can clearly see the
Really?
plastic leathering.
like the one from
That's
Walmart.
too shy. No, it's the one you
Not
can
that
buy
far.
at the
The $300
yeah,
one that
like
you
the
can buy.
$300 one that you can buy there.
that does
But it
not.
still looks like very, very, very fake. Baby.
Sable, send it. Amazon.
Amazon Prime.
So you
my
got.
overnight
So what do you think in AJ and Brian, Sam?
I want Brian to win because I do like that
Lars?
Brian. AJ Styles, he's a little older,
Lars?
so
Oh,
that's just my
There's a whole
opinion.
thing behind that.
What do you think?
Well, so I think
Well,
I think this
he was
carries
supposed to debut
this
already.
carries into WrestleMania.
Maybe
This rivalry carries into WrestleMania. Whoever I think the winner is a Raw challenger or a Universal challenger.
That makes sense.
I think this is Vince is riding, juicing every little bit out of AJ he can. He is sweet because he's already talking about leaving. You know what I mean? Because it's very intriguing. Just briefly, we all know AEW is coming up. AEW is a new promotion that Cody and the Young Bucks started with. You know, it started from being the Elite and etc. And a lot of wrestlers, it's got everyone showing their hands because not only is it, big guys, big household names, not like, TNA was a bunch of backyard guys and it grew out of nowhere. But this is legit guys, and they have funding from a billionaire more richer than Vince,
We're making a lot of promises.
So it just, you don't know with everyone, just real brief on it, everyone's contracts that are coming close to an end, you don't know what's going to happen. But I think this stays all the way till Mania, and I think the winner is, just on this note, that I think this stays win or lose. I think AJ wins, but it goes to Mania.
Right.
We weren't gonna deviate to AEW, but we're
I
gonna
had to.
deviate. You had to deviate a
I
little bit.
pre-came all over
Yeah,
myself.
you have to deviate a little bit. Like 'cause you were saying about everybody, like their contracts coming up, but I think because of AEW's, presence, supposedly like Vince McMahon really wants to lock a lot of people down. So I don't think some of these guys are gonna stay, but we've heard their releases. Their releases.
That's
We
the
don't know
whole
some of them are
reason
confirmed.
they opened up the year with Vince and Shane and the whole McMahon family in the ring saying, "We're going to listen to the fans. We want to hear what you
So
want."
it was
that
already
translated
And they were already
They know.
intimidated by AEW.
But you know what that translated to? Seeing Vince McMahon on every show now, which doesn't change absolutely anything.
Nothing.
And
I
I
think
love
it's
when he's
changed.
on there.
It's funny that he's on there, and it's
I
kind
love
of
it.
interesting. but it's not changing it.
Yeah, because like I said earlier, wrestling is about rotation, revolving. Like
Right.
Vince is old. We don't want Vince
There's-
anymore. You know?
That's
There's
exactly
no
the
logic.
opposite of what we want.
There's no logic.
Mike
okay.
and Maria Kanellis, the revival,
They asked for release.
the
Yep.
club,
The rivalry.
all
But
these
they
guys.
might not even get it.
They might not get it. WWE might want to lock them down. Maybe give them a little bit more money, but
These
still
are
not
all
use
these
them.
are all guys that Mike can be a primetime player. I mean, for real, like he can be a top guy. If they gave him a platform to do it, or
He's
at
been a
least,
top guy.
but he has been right. And then the club. I mean, come on. So, but anyway, let's kind of go back to the rumor.
Now,
Or
did you get
did y'all get a
AJ?
pick?
AJ and Dan Braun, Jerry?
What?
Pick.
Like the
Yeah,
pick?
just-
I mean, I'm gonna say AJ as well.
So one more time, real quick on that. Let's just go back with our predictions. I got AJ
To win.
Coin flip.
We're saying winner.
Daniel Bryan.
I got AJ.
Kevin Owens.
I also choose AJ. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
well.
this one, here, I think this stays, and like I said, this transition to now Brock and Finn.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Brock and Finn. I think
Lord.
it's going to be a good match.
Confirmed. No.
Just
Demon.
because,
No. Demon.
first off, this goes way down into the annals of history.
Anal?
Anal.
Like
That's a very interesting word there.
That
Riley
anal.
Reed's anal. He chose to use that one.
No, they're
It is
back in the
anal.
day in Minnesota. Guess who was Brock Lesnar's roommate?
Shelton Benjamin.
Shelton Benjamin. That's right.
He's not
One
winning
golden
the
PB touch for
He's
Alvin.
not, Shelton Benjamin's not going to win the Rumble.
He's not. No.
Oh,
Shelton
okay.
Benjamin's not gonna win shit.
He's got a
But-
big Vegas on.
But so
You
now
know,
Leo
Shelton-
Rush is
Shelton-
gonna win.
So
Oh, yeah.
that being said, Brock Lesnar only has a select few of people that are really close to him. Shelton Benjamin is a very close individual to him. Shelton Benjamin is very, very high on Finn Balor. He was very high on Prince Devitt when he was in Japan. They worked together and he grew very fond of him. So I can see Shelton talking, saying, "Hey, you know what, Brock? You're doing your thing, whatever. I think this is the
That's a lot
guy
of
you
back.
should pass your torch to." And I think Finn Balor wins it.
Okay.
I think Finn
Finn Balor
wins it.
wins because Brock has an MMA bout coming up, and he's going to be irrelevant for the next 3-4 months.
Very possible.
Yes.
Who's he fighting?
First, I'm gonna
Who's
go
some
ahead.
fucking idiot?
I'm gonna go ahead and say this. It looks like the world's best tag team, and the bear match is about to happen.
Oh, and the pre-show?
So who won the Shinsuke match?
I wasn't looking at mine. So I just dropped that little note right there real quick, but back to the topic at hand. Finn Balor winning is good for wrestling. I'm gonna sit down and say this right
Savior.
to
You're already sitting down. So.
to my soul.
He's our
I'm saying this
savior.
from
You
the
have to
bottom of
stand up and say it.
So
I'm standing up and saying this right goddamn now.
That's right, Zach.
Finn fucking Balor is good for wrestling right now. I don't care what anybody says. Finn Balor needs to win to bring back the prestige of wrestling. Because just think,
The prestige
exactly
of the
of that belt.
Prestigity.
The prestigity of wrestling depends on this
The
match.
reward.
It truly does. It truly
It's
depends
set
on
up
this match.
perfect for him to
If
get his
Brock
belt back.
Lesnar
He got
wins
hurt.
this match,
It got taken away for nothing. He's going to get it back. He deserves it back. Brock's leaving. Give it to Finn. Let him carry it on. Fuck it.
if Lesnar wins, Vince Russo wrote this match.
Samoa Joe sucks ass.
while I agree with you, I'm here to crush your dreams.
Woo!
Because we
How?
know how WWE works.
How can you say that?
We can't.
Who is gonna face Finn Balor at WrestleMania in the main event of WrestleMania?
Seth Rollins.
You know who it could
I don't
have
want
been?
that.
It could have been Bobby
Seth
Roode,
Rollins,
but they
that would be
fucked this whole
great,
gimmick
But I
up.
don't
Great.
want that.
But that doesn't have the.
Or John Cena.
doesn't have
because, you
it.
know,
It
you
could
know
have
what?
been
You know
Bobby
what?
Roode.
Unless
He faked the
Right.
injury.
unless this is the year that the women close the show for WrestleMania.
Ah,
Because
They
there's no
deserve
Roman
it.
Reigns.
They deserve
There's
it.
no Roman Reigns. There's nothing else.
I was
No
about
one
to say.
gives a flying fuck about Lesnar anymore.
Guys, there's
Right.
no Cena.
They are pushing
There's
Lynch
no Roman.
heavy.
There's no Cena, no Roman.
The Rock's coming back.
There's no Rock.
Yeah.
There's no one coming back.
Stone Cold's coming back.
I am a real American.
So, let's
That
not.
crushes my
Y'all-
thing
y'all
about
for-
it being a Raw.
You forced my
championship.
hand on this joke, Jerry.
Oh no.
Chris Benoit's coming into the Royal Rumble.
2 count. 2Count.
John, who you got?
Real quick. I want to piggyback on what Jerry was saying because let's be real. It's great to be good fans and predict what we want, but
Just
don't
poison
forget
the
who we're
podcast. Just poison the
Don't forget-
podcast, Jerry.
But don't forget who we're talking about here, guys.
Brain spray, brain spray.
Real
I
quick.
stole Benny's gimmick.
Spoiler alert: Braun Strowman's winning the Rumble. He's facing Lesnar and gonna lose again. So that's what's happening tonight. And it's a heartbreak, but we got to be honest with ourselves.
Hard pill to swallow.
You know what I mean? We got to be honest with ourselves on this. So real quick,
you got Brock?
so I got Brock tonight.
But
You already
Not that I want Brock. Let me just make that very clear. I agree exactly what Zach is saying. For wrestling, we
I agree
need
with
Finn
you.
to
I
win.
do agree with
But
okay,
I can't.
He's a realist.
so I want to say one more thing.
I'm going to agree with the
I'm
comment.
just.
Not look. I'm thinking
Come on.
outside of wrestling.
We-
Finn Balor should win,
We got to think about
Finn
what
Balor
we're
should
talking
win.
about here.
but now we're talking Dana White,
Right.
Vince McMahon, multi-promotion. We're talking multi-money. We're talking
He
big,
takes
big
that
deal.
belt to UFC.
He
huh?
takes the belt to the
He wears
UFC.
it out.
He wears it
Like-
there. He promotes it there. He wears some shit on his trunk. There might be, I don't know. Finn Balor deserves it in the wrestling world, but promotional businessman wise, Brock Lesnar is going to win tonight. Absolutely.
And if Lesnar wins, who's his opponent for me?
That's a good question.
Daniel Cormier.
Oh, hey.
Run right into that one. Yes.
It's not gonna happen.
Hey,
So who's his opponent for
Who you
WrestleMania?
got?
He did say he was gonna.
You
he
got
wants to-
Finn? You got Finn?
I got Finn, but Cormier did say after he retires, he wants to go to WWE.
So all right, so I'm gonna go back again. I'm gonna kind of dial back again to what I was saying. If Finn does win, which I agree would be awesome.
Finish that.
So if Finn Balor does win, what is more of a main event match? Finn Balor versus X, whether it's Seth Rollins or something like that, whoever, or Ronda and Becky.
Ronda and Becky.
Yes, right?
Ronda
So
and
either
Becky.
way.
That's why it's so important. The prediction
Well,
is so important. It all ties in together with the card for WrestleMania.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's
So,
important for
Jerry, okay,
WWE
let
because
me-
they're trying to turn Ronda into Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
let me
Or
let me
more
just
believable
count.
Yes.
Let me counter you on that. So you're saying what's more appealing right now? So
Not yet.
that's
The
just
man.
saying- so obviously
Yeah.
what's happening now is gonna. But are they banking on? Like, is Vince gonna put his money that this fire, that this hype rides all the way to Mania? I
More
don't
of
know.
a Stephanie thing.
He's not a gambling
And
man.
let's
I
not
don't
forget,
think so.
Triple H will fucking wrestle. What
So
if
then
it's
The Rock
Braun
better come
Strowman,
back.
Triple H? Braun
Yeah.
Strowman
So
fucking
I
Triple
think
H will wrestle.
Triple H could.
I
win
think-
the Raw.
Shane McMahon will wrestle.
he's won it before.
He's won it before.
So, but
Shane McMahon.
That being said,
He
that'd
hasn't
be
won.
terrible.
I think this is the year they can capture lightning in a jar.
Yeah.
And it should be Becky versus Charlotte
Main event.
versus Sasha.
That
Oh,
would be
yeah.
a good.
I think you really want to do it. You're right.
Carmella's
Right.
just
Just
as
what I
good.
said. I said you do Stephanie versus Ronda. You can write off Ronda forever. She walks away into the sunset. Stephanie comes out one more time. She's a draw. She looks good in the
Real
damn
quick.
black latex.
Annabella comes in.
Yeah.
Let me real quick. Let me piggyback something. This just came to me real quick. I know we have a few minutes.
No.
What you just said right there, Stephanie versus Ronda. What if they were to do something out of the blue, and the way Stephanie wins is by calling up Shayna Baszler, and she kicks her ass.
That would
You-
Great.
Setting
Yeah,
up
but-
something.
no,
Setting
no,
up something in the future.
No, but they're
I'm
gonna.
just saying.
Okay.
I'm just.
Okay.
Is it gonna happen? No.
Is
But-
Alexa Bliss, is Alexa
Hey, no,
Bliss
hey.
done? Is she done?
No, she's
She's
in the Rumble.
gonna be in the Rumble.
She's gonna be in the
So are we missing
She is in the
any other? Is there any other matches that we're missing? The Intercontinental match, right?
Is Randy Orton?
No,
Where's
Bobby
Randy
Lashley's in the
In the
Rumble.
Oh, Randy's in the Rumble, so he's not.
Everyone else is in the
Really?
Rumble.
He
Okay.
tweeted like Bobby Lashley tweeted he is going to be the first Intercontinental Champion to win the Rumble. That's what he's claiming. So like he ain't got a match.
He's not in the
The
Rumble.
Miz is going to be in the final at least 8.
No,
Maybe.
Miz
Alright,
has
so
a match
here we
tonight.
are.
Oh, Miz had, yeah, you're right. You're
Let's
right.
get down.
Let's get down to it.
Yeah,
Two count.
yeah.
Two count.
Let's
count.
Let's go to the Rumble.
Two count. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. So the reason we are back, the reason that's got us all here,
We got everyone here.
we got everyone here. Dude. We're
It's the main event.
full 2 count.
It's
full
AEW.
2 count
Let us
podcast.
do the women's first.
we're gonna
Ladies
we're gonna
first.
tackle both rumbles.
Ladies first.
Okay.
ladies first.
Ladies first.
Ladies first, always ladies first.
I got this. I have the facts from last year's. I have everything written down.
He's got the numbers.
I got the numbers. By the numbers.
By the numbers.
By the numbers. So what do you got? So last year, Nia Jax eliminated 4 people. Nia Jax eliminated 4 people, and Sasha lasted 54 minutes and 46 seconds.
The statistic guy.
That is
Numbers,
that's
baby.
Oh.
Two count.
2 down. So, do any of y'all see either of those 2 numbers
No.
being broken?
The Nia Jax one is probably going to either grow or get broken.
Yeah.
I see Nia actually beating that, adding to
Maybe
it.
she beats it.
Right.
Beats her
so
own record.
adding to like what they did with Roman Reigns,
Right.
et cetera, et cetera. Is she
Cetera.
gonna win? Of course, no. She's not gonna win.
The Sasha Banks record will not be beat. I don't think that will.
No.
Has to be beaten by number 1, obviously.
Right.
So
Well, Charlotte's gonna win. That's all
So
I'm
who
gonna
is
say.
number 1?
Unless Charlotte might be the
You
only one who can
bastard.
probably beat.
Alexa
Hey,
Bliss could be
that's
number
my
1.
girl.
Okay.
Her
So, hold
or
on,
Alexa
hold on.
Bliss?
Alexa Bliss can't go
They-
the way Charlotte or Sasha.
They made a big
So-
deal about Alexa Bliss being in the Rumble, so she's either number
She's
1 or
in.
2,
She's in.
27.
or she's in the last.
Oh, she'll probably be
She's
in the
gonna be
last.
at the
so
end.
I
I think she's
so
gonna.
she's
I'm
still
gonna- maybe.
I'm going to go ahead and ride Sam's coattail. Charlotte's going to win. I'm on the
Charlotte's gonna win the Rumble.
I agree.
and go to Mania.
I agree.
So, do y'all got y'all's winners picked out? No,
Well,
not yet.
Zach, give me first off. I know we're kind of pinballing everywhere. Let's start off with Zach. We'll go around the nice round table. Give me your final 4 and your finish.
Oh my god. For the women's, right?
Your
The
women's.
women's. So my final 4 are it's kind of predictable, super predictable if you say so. Charlotte, Ruby, Ember, and Nia.
Ruby.
Ruby
Wow,
is right
wow.
now. She's kind of rocking a good heel, man. You know,
She's that ugly girl at bar at 1:45 at night. I'm like, come on, baby.
So on top of that, and I'm going to go ahead and add a little more spice to this because I wrote it down.
More than the crawfish.
My first 2
Yeah.
are going to be. I'm going to be on crack on this one. Kyrie Sane.
Damn it!
Kyrie Sane's going to be one
Motherfucker!
of the first 2. I love me
It's a
some
little Asian pirate.
Yeah, she's awesome.
So Kyrie Sane and Charlotte.
Okay. Excellent. Got it.
So final 4, I'm gonna go ahead and say Charlotte. I like Ruby being there at the end too. Oh man, Ember Moon.
Yeah.
Ember Moon. Gosh, one more Nikki Cross.
Hey, nice. I like it. The crazy bitch.
My final 4 is Natalia, Bailey, Sasha, or not Sasha, I'm sorry, because she's already wrestling. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte.
Alexa.
Charlotte, you
I
got
should've said
Charlotte.
Alexa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, and I got Charlotte.
And then wait, who do you got your winner?
my winner is Charlotte.
Your girl.
Me
Yeah.
and Sam, we're on the same boat on that.
Should've said Alexa.
So, you know, there's too many ways for this to go. In my heart, I want my pick to win is Ember Moon. I think she deserves it. I think she needs it more than everyone else. But practically speaking, I don't see her winning it.
Not yet.
Not yet. I do see Charlotte winning it. So it's gonna be for me. Last 4: Ember Moon, Charlotte. I will say Natalia because they could throw a monkey wrench in this and make Natalia win and go against her best friend at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought about it.
I
It could happen.
totally forgot about
It
that.
could happen. In the 4th one, it could be anyone. Ruby sounds cool. Nikki because she's new, or it could be an NXT call up, which could be like Lacey Evans. They really like her, so
Hey,
it
I
could
like
be
it.
Kyrie.
Classy. Last one.
So that's pretty
So-
much it.
All right, I got my final 4.
Okay.
I'm a little tied in exactly how I want to call it because obviously the Rumble is the road to WrestleMania. So
It
you
sets up
big-
everything.
A very
Sets up
big
everything.
road too.
I like what Jerry said. He totally mind fucked me with or who said Shayna Blazer coming out?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Shayna Blazer coming out and screwing over because I was thinking Ronda and Stephanie. You know they got history. It makes sense.
If they were to do that,
So-
that'd be a cool way of doing it.
Yeah, I think Shayna Blazer comes out, makes a big deal. I think she's in the Rumble. I was thinking she was in the Rumble,
She just-
even though she retained because
It doesn't
we
matter.
Yeah, we see.
They've done
Remember
it.
last year, Adam Cole was a one-off, and he was the champ then.
Yeah.
you know.
They've done it
No,
before.
Adam Cole. No, it was St. Almost. He was the champ.
Yeah. Well, they were both one-offs. They didn't.
It
they
didn't matter.
come out-
Like you could have the
Yeah,
NXT
yeah,
title
Yeah, so
still show
yeah,
up.
I think Shayna Blazer Charlotte, Becky.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Yeah,
I hate you,
Becky.
man.
That tells me what. That tells me.
Becky
That's right.
and Bailey.
So the
So
four
Oscar, you think
horsewomen.
Oscar's winning?
Yeah, I think Oscar's winning.
Oscar's winning the Rumble?
No.
No. I think
Oh,
Oscar's
oh,
winning. That's why I put
That's why I
Becky
said
in there. I
Becky,
put
yeah.
Becky in there.
Okay.
Bailey, she's that face that the women need. I think she's always gonna be plugged in somehow, somewhere. She's the.
Is this her year? Is this her year to
So,
be known?
I think Charlotte is in the final with.
So Charlotte Big. So the four horsewomen.
Yeah,
That's
essentially
essentially what
Sasha.
you're
Wouldn't that be
Yes.
amazing?
So,
If it turns
yeah,
out to be them.
exactly.
Oh,
So
Sasha comes back in after losing to Ronda.
Yeah.
So you have Sasha.
Yeah.
What about this? Sasha, Bailey,
Becky,
Becky.
and
and then I said Shayna. I said
Charlotte,
Shayna.
that'd be incredible.
Charlotte. Oh, if it was all four,
Four?
oh my god.
Charlotte,
Everyone
all
would go
four
nuts.
Charlottes win.
It would be
Everyone
crazy.
would go
Hey,
nuts.
why don't we just unanimously agree with that?
Yeah. The four horsemen coming in.
Four horsewomen are gonna be the final four, and whoever takes it.
I do think Charlotte.
Bailey
wins.
somehow-
I do think Charlotte wins it. I don't want Charlotte to win it, but I think Charlotte wins it.
The safe way of doing it is if Becky wins. That's the safe way out because now she goes against Ronda. If they wanted to do something like spicy,
They got to, because you know what's on their coattails? AEW.
AEW.
AEW. AEW.
All right, so
For me, it's Alexa Bliss, Bailey,
I think
Becky
Alexa
Lynch
gets
gets
it.
that dirty entry, and Nia Jax.
Okay.
Becky Lynch.
Nia Jax is a good one.
There's
Becky
so
Lynch
many
and-
good choices, y'all.
Becky Lynch eliminates Nia Jax
Ooh.
in the end.
I think
to win it.
Alexa eliminates.
Damn, I just totally
Nia
forgot.
Jax.
What about, the
Lacey
queen
Evans.
of Staten Island?
Lacey
Carmella?
Evans.
Dark horse? She's
True,
my
that's-
dark horse.
She's
my dark horse.
She's won the Money in the
Money in the
Bank.
Bank. She's won the title. I don't count her out.
Shit.
You think?
Mandy
Michael's
Sachs
big
and
on it.
Naomi will have a little dispute here.
Mandy
Mandy,
who?
Mandy
Oh,
Sachs.
sure.
Mandy
Beautiful.
Sachs.
Beautiful.
You're thinking about putting your nutsack on her. Mandy Rose.
Mandy
Mandy Rose.
Rose. Mandy Rose. Mandy Sachs. That's what she goes by on Instagram, by the
Mandy
way.
Nuts.
Mandy, what the hell?
Mandy Sachs. That's
You
it.
gotta make
So-
sure your wife don't listen.
Hey! It's Hideo Tommy, guys. He's on the pre-show.
Alright, so now we're
Alright, so now we kicked off.
so now we're gonna go to the men's
Let's get to
men's fucking
Do it.
duel. I want to start off by saying
And I just
real
have to be
quick,
retired.
real quick. I want to.
Kenta, I thought he retired.
No.
Okay. Hey, sorry, Jerry.
Yeah,
Two
yeah.
count.
We got a driver's license.
Two count.
So real quick, what's the first two entrants for the men's duel?
Oh, I already know.
I
I
got
know.
one.
Bring it around.
First off,
Hurry up.
what?
Hurry up.
No, dude.
No, it's because it's going to be something new. They want something really, really, really new. It's going to be Zigglypuff.
What?
It's going to be Zigglypuff.
No, it's
Dolph Ziggler.
He's not in the Rumble.
He's got a comedy show at
He's
9:30.
literally said he's
Oh,
not
yeah,
going to
yeah.
be there.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
I
an
know.
idiot.
I know.
Two counts.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Back to
I'm
the
not-
drawing board. Back to the drawing board.
because my number two would have made a lot of sense.
All right,
because
go
he needs
for it, go
somebody
for it.
really
Yeah, a
athletic.
little bit too much.
Velveteen Dream is going to be number two.
Well, I'm just
Oh,
gonna-
all right, go, Zach, go. Continue. You said
Chad Gable is number one.
What?
You
Wow.
said Ziggler,
Bold prediction.
Velveteen, and
Oh, I am the top 1%. Yeah,
That shit.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's
Actually,
that's how you got to do it. It's just simple. Oh, and Final Four, right?
final
No,
four.
first start up.
Yeah, start. Yeah,
Okay, start.
first
Let's
two.
do it.
First two.
Final Four.
I believe McIntyre. And
The computer?
yeah, the computer. Maybe
Back from the dead.
and Corbin.
Tosh.
All right.
Drew and Corbin.
Bill Gates.
Number two for me, it's a fucking
It really doesn't matter.
the one and only number one. That's what I'm calling it.
And only.
And number two, Drew Mackie.
Well, one only got that
Drew
fucked up
McIntyre.
last
Drew
night.
The Big Mac.
Look, he's Irish, so I don't give a fuck.
Okay, so here's what's gonna
Cool.
happen.
I think they're Scottish,
This
bro.
guy.
Whoever's number one's
so-
lasting forever.
Number one, I think. I honestly don't have a number one pinpoint. I really don't. It might be just some mid Carter. It might be Sami
Hawkins.
Zayn. Something.
Kevin
I
Owens.
don't. I really don't. It's not. I don't think it's gonna be anyone of relevancy, but someone who's got a little engine.
Someone with endurance. That's
You
all
wouldn't
it
it be
is.
But my
something-
number two, you ready?
EC3
And
is
you're gonna
one.
shit all over
1%.
yourself. And you're gonna call me high, and you might kick me out of the podcast forever.
Oh my god.
You're
This
the host.
guy.
Don't say Chris Benoit.
This-
Oh wait,
no,
oh,
this
I'm
guy-
ready for it, I'm ready
This
for it.
guy is everywhere. He's doing everything. He has
Yeah.
changed the wrestling scene.
I know you're
Chris
talking about.
Jericho, number 2.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Chris
Chris
Yeah.
Jericho, hey,
That was
no, Chris Jericho, number 2. I bet you.
He has done it before.
Hey,
number two.
hey, number
He has
2,
done it
no,
number
number 2, because you know what? He's probably told the boys at AEW, hey, I'm gonna do a one-off with Vince. He's close with Vince. He's very close.
Yeah, that's
He
a
calls him
cool
with
one.
everything.
That's
Chris
cool.
Jericho,
That's
number
Super
2.
Bowl. After all that,
And
they
I
took him
believe-
out of the opening.
I believe
He
that
took
because
him out of the opening.
Yeah, I
segment.
saw that too.
I believe
Like-
Chris Jericho can still wrestle because
What a-
AEW did say they're gonna allow all the wrestlers to still,
But it's not about that. It's about
Let's do the
WWE.
To finish.
but
Being
they're still gonna allow them to wrestle anywhere they want.
Jericho
I know
goes
they'll
there.
do that, but
AEW's on that, but not
WWE
WWE.
is.
I know, but
They're like these people. They don't want. They
I don't
want to
know.
hold
It's
it on.
Jericho.
But
Jericho.
if Vince
Jericho.
If Vince likes you,
Jericho.
he'll let you do
Jericho.
stuff. If he
He is-
likes you, he'll let
Bro,
you
if
do
he
stuff.
shows up, this man is the fucking goat.
Yeah.
If he can show up at AEW, not even
He
a
can
month
do whatever
ago,
the fuck
and come
he
to the
wants.
Rumble, that's
Sorry, Jerry. I'm not. Hey, you shit all over yourself, huh? 2 count.
back to
Go.
AEW.
So,
That's him.
I'm just gonna real quick, and then we'll move on to Final Four. I'm gonna agree with you, Sam. Velveteen Dream, bro. I don't know about
Number
the
2.
one. I don't know about
They
the
need
one.
a good entrance for him.
No idea who the number one's gonna be. I don't think it fucking matters.
Since
Number
I've-
2, Velveteen Dream.
Since I've just been told of this recently found comedic gimmick of Dolph Ziggler, thanks guys.
No, the gimmick.
He
Yeah.
did an interview with a guy.
So I'm going to sit here and say this. I'm going for the bold number 1 and 2, Ricochet and Velveteen. How am I high?
It's not gonna happen.
Real high.
Because it's
How-
not gonna
how am I
happen.
high? If you really
Two
want
NXT
NXT stars, not just 2 NXT stars.
I will
The
jerk
one and
you off
only-
if that
It's
happens.
gonna be the
We're all gonna
giant.
jerk you
It's
off.
gonna
And
be
they're-
that giant.
and they're brothers, so
dude
it's
that's
okay.
supposed to be Braun Strowman.
Lars.
Whatever the
No,
fuck.
that's actually a very
That
good
guy is
prediction.
coming out tonight. Bray Wyatt is also coming out
Oh,
tonight.
As much as I want Lars to be on the roster, I don't know if y'all know, but there is a lot going on with him right
He
now.
might have injuries. I don't know.
They're saying that he has missed the opportunities that they had for him to debut already because of anxiety. But they're
Vince
saying that
is
he's
scared.
using that
I
because
think
of
it's huge.
a substance issue he's having.
They just need him to let him smoke weed and he'll be alright.
That's all. That's why he should go to AEW. They'll let him do whatever. But anyway, 2 count. So as much as I want Lars, I mean, this could be the night where they get it all lined up and they get him in there.
Dude, I just remember watching that huge promo they
Yeah.
had during on
I'm
the
saying,
Raw. And they
but
were,
Elias went down. He was
Yeah.
supposed to debut like
Yeah.
2 or 3 weeks ago on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I think he was supposed to debut before TLC.
Right. But anyway, my top 2. I mean, like I said, it doesn't really matter. I do see. We're doing the men's or the women's on this one. Does it matter
For
for the top 2 that are entering or?
just the man.
Okay.
Men's, we're in men's right now.
It would be cool to see EC3 as number 1, top 1%. That'd be kind of cool. And number 2 can be. I mean, I would like to see 2 NXT guys to start off. So Velveteen would be because he needs an entrance. You can't have him come out there in the middle of the damn Rumble.
Yeah.
So he has to either be at 1 or 2 if he's gonna be there.
Because his entrance is that long.
Because the way he does, he comes out.
Yeah.
So we'll go with that. Maybe they do
Possibly
something different. They
maybe
do
as
2
well.
NXT guys. So
Because you gotta do the glorious.
So,
True.
any of y'all got any like good surprise entrances?
ooh.
Any spicy meatballs in this Royal Rumble?
All right, one all the way around.
Bro.
Bro, Matt Riddle.
Bro.
So I'll go ahead and say Ricochet.
That's my surprise entrance.
I'll just go ahead and say Ricochet.
My surprise is gonna be a one-time thing only. Kenny Omega.
Oh no, baby. Oh baby, no.
I'm gonna hit you with a little action from the 205 Live.
Hey!
Neville.
Oh, God. Huh?
Yeah.
What's happening?
What's
You built us up to
I know.
so low. Come on.
Hey, dude, he's been missing.
Benny, we
No,
got.
he's at AEW now. He's signed.
No, he signed.
2 weeks ago.
Oh,
Pac
man.
signed. No, Neville can still come. Pac is signed. I don't know who Neville.
Oh, excuse me. Name tag.
2 count. 2 count.
Who you got, Benny? And then I'll get mine.
Yeah.
Let's knock on this top four.
I'm not gonna. This. I am a real
Oh,
stop.
American.
Stop.
That's a nostalgia act.
He's gonna have a heart attack.
He was just in Houston like.
He was here. Yeah, yesterday he was here.
All right,
No,
I'm gonna
Friday.
give y'all one that hopefully y'all respect it.
Yeah.
But I have actually was a fan of him back in like
Eugene.
Jason Jordan's coming.
Oh. I spit him in the face.
Hey!
I want to see him.
Razor Ramon?
I wouldn't.
I entrants. I really don't. I can't think of anybody except for like some NXT guys. I use the word few very, very,
Yeah,
very like.
Shoot him out. Shoot him out.
Dudley's coming
Yeah,
back.
bro.
Or-
Shoot up a few. Shoot
I'm
up.
cool, baby.
Yeah.
He's coming back.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. And last year,
Yeah, I'll
Either that.
that's
or
a good one.
EC3.
You know what?
Daz Bellinger.
I'm going to broaden my answer to that. Any of the undisputed.
Technically,
eras.
EC3 is not
And
NXT.
so you put
I
Roddy
agree with
Strong,
you.
you put Roddy Strong in there and catch mad potatoes from Kurt Angle if you want to.
Damn it, you fucking asshole!
Oh,
Fuck!
shit.
I agree
Kurt
with you.
Angle, I just fucking thought
Yes,
of
he
I think
I just told him. What did I just say?
Oh,
What did I just say, dude? What did I just
Oh,
say?
yeah.
Oh,
What did I just say?
Kurt Angle versus Lesnar.
I just fucking said that. Woo! Kurt Angle, it's coming back. Jason Jordan, what's going down?
Kurt Angle versus
2 count.
Lesnar.
2
Two
count.
count.
2
2 count. We're going
No,
to
no, Colin damn near had a heart attack.
All right,
Mike's having a
final
heart attack.
I just tell you. What did I just fucking
do.
say?
Oh,
I do.
Kurt Angle, I just told you.
Final four.
I
Final
just
four.
whispered in his ear.
2 count.
2 count.
2 count.
You said the stuff out of me.
So-
Oh, yeah.
2 count.
Let's go to the
Let's get some order.
All right.
Order in the court.
Order in the court.
I do
So-
agree with you.
We
I
are
think all
4
the
minutes away
undisputed-
from the matches.
I think all the Undisputed Era debuts and stays main. I think so.
Yes.
They won all the gold in NXT. They won it all.
And they all lost
We
it.
gotta, we gotta move
Wait,
on.
Shinsuke won the
All
title,
right,
guys.
fellas.
Final four.
Final four.
Final
Yeah.
Let's
four.
do it. Let's do it.
Final four and your winner. Zach, we got a rapid fire out here. I'm sorry, my 2 count podcast lovers. We got about 30 of y'all, but we're going to keep it low. We're running low on time just because we got the Rumble coming up. Zach, or Alvin, fire away.
I'm gonna take his answer. Mustafa Ali.
Fucking motherfucker.
Mustafa Ali, Drew Mackey, fucking Ricochet, and
What the
Ronnie.
fuck?
Ronnie.
Who wins? Who wins?
Cesaro?
Drew Mackey.
Drew Mack wins? Drew Mack.
Oh my god, Al.
Drew Mackey. Dude, man,
I really don't have anybody. I'm just gonna wing it.
You going to go with the winner or the
On
Final Four
the
winner?
Final four. Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe,
Okay.
Dean Ambrose, and Drew.
I can respect that. Your winner?
And my winner, if those are the Final Four, Seth Rollins, because everybody likes him.
Yeah, Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah, Rollins, Ambrose. I'm gonna say it's Strowman.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and
He comes back, yeah.
and McIntyre, and I'll say Rollins.
Y'all are about to slap the dog shit out of
My
me.
Final Four, I believe, I don't know who it is. I'm going off the limb now. I used to be a dumbass, now I'm even more dumbass. I think Adam Cole makes it to the Final Four. I think I say Adam Cole just gets who I want from NXT, but I think an NXT guy goes in the Final Four.
That'd be awesome.
Seth freaking Rollins, he's fucking great. He's a great talent. He's just done everything. Kevin Owens, I think Kevin Owens comes back and gets to the Final Four. And then we got to go with some stupid asshole that Vince loves, like Randy or
Bully Ray.
Or so- you know, it's got to be
No,
some.
I don't even think Randy's in it.
It's got to be someone
Randy is
that,
in it.
like
Oh,
even
yes.
Drew. I'm
He
not
showed
a big
up
fan
at
of
the
Drew,
SmackDown.
but I think Kevin Owens wins the Rumble.
Oh man.
All right.
You fucking bitch.
That'd be awesome.
So
You fucked me.
Wait, I tried to pass you the mic, and you were
You
like,
fucked me.
Real quick, y'all.
Fucked me.
when the name Kurt Angle popped up, it made a lot of sense.
Khan crapped himself.
I
The
did.
con
Because it could happen. It really could happen. So I'm gonna go with my final four. Is definitely Seth and Dean because they have so much history. Everyone already is hoping that Seth makes it to the end. So I go Seth Dean. Braun Strowman has to be in there.
Yeah,
He has to. You
The
can't
monster
count
of
him out. And I'm throwing in Kurt Angle because why the fuck not?
yeah.
Dude.
Winner.
Who's your
Your winner.
Kurt
I
Angle.
want Kurt Angle to win. He can face Lesnar again.
Dude,
and do another shooting star press.
Yes. The kids need to see it happen. Okay.
When you want to break his neck.
Realistically, Braun Strowman winning this, but I like to see Kurt.
I'm gonna tell you my top four real quick. And no.
Go.
Quick. It's gonna be Braun Strowman, Kevin Owens, Baron Corbin, Seth Rollins.
That's really good.
And
Baron Corbin. That's why I said
Corbin.
that.
And
I forgot about him. Damn.
Kane will enter the Rumble.
All right. Who's your winner? Give me your winner.
My winner will be Braun Strowman.
Of
He
course.
deserves the belt. He's the biggest man to fucking battle, and that's the
Yeah.
man that can
Makes
fucking
Someone
toss
that makes
Brock.
the most sense.
I actually
That
think Mike's
shit.
gonna win that.
So-
day.
I know. Oh my god.
Man, that was pretty
never-
good.
Are you guys ready for my final four?
Oh god.
All of y'all get y'all's hands ready.
Not four
All
Chris
of-
Benoit's, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's Dylon.
White Cat, Wild Pegasus. Chris Benoit. Alright, 2 Count.
It's Craven Moorhead.
2 Count.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
I'm gonna be honest. I've been giving this a lot of thought, a lot of thinking.
Boy,
that's
it hurts
2
you.
minutes.
Hurt
It
yourself.
hurt. I really had an aneurysm. You guys forgot one person who's on fucking fire. I mean, straight about as much fire as
You
Becky
say
Lynch.
Kenny Omega.
The Miz.
Okay.
Elias.
Ooh.
No.
Yeah.
No, I thought about it.
That's true.
Elias
He's
is
gonna
on
come out.
super hot fire.
You're just saying Final Four, though, right? You're just saying Final Four.
Final Four.
Okay.
Who you
Seth Rollins.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
But he's gonna get eliminated by Dean Ambrose on like a dirty way.
Dirty shit. No calls
So
the
that's
feud.
three.
You're
Who's
right.
your last?
Okay, there
Who's
we
your
go.
last one? Who's your last one?
So, stop it.
DREAM
I said it next to you.
That would be awesome.
And the fucking top 1%, baby. EC3.
That's fine.
Because you know why? Because he's
Best
gonna
top
make it to
five.
hey, y'all want my Final Four? There's Final Four.
You said 5 because he said Ambrose was gonna knock out Rollins.
No.
Oh, dirty way. Oh, I get it. I get it.
Dirty way.
Oh, okay,
He'll
okay.
get eliminated by Rollins.
So
Ambrose
who
will
fucking
come in,
wins? Who
kick him in
wins?
the dick.
Who
Get
wins?
out there.
Who
Okay,
fucking
okay,
wins?
okay, time.
Who wins?
Who wins?
Seth Rollins, he'll face Finn Balor.
Oh,
No.
no.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Alright.
Oh, injured champ versus injured champ. They both had to relinquish. Give me the fucking belt back. Bitch, you're fucking hurt. I'm hurt. I healed better.
John Cena. He comes in.
Hey!
John
Yeah!
Cena.
Oh my
he
God.
comes in at number 1. He's done wrestling. He's been wrestling now.
Fucking Chris Benoit came in
For
number
an hour.
1 as
He's
well.
wrestling now for an hour and a half.
Eddie
He's
Guerrero's come out at number 1 as
the
well.
longest Royal Rumble
Okay.
survivor ever. He's going down. They're fixing to throw him over. They're gonna pin him in the Rumble. 1, 2. Oh! It's your 2 Count podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, Nikki Bella gives him head, revives him, and his hair is all fucked up.
Wow.